I want to talk to you about personal lines of credit, same day approval. Okay. And so here's the rankings I want you to pay attention to. I want to first talk to you about non-bank personal lines of credit, and then we'll talk about bank lines of credit and also credit union lines of credit. So non-bank personal lines of credit, you have Tally. Tally is really great in terms of availability. So basically, you are looking at a maximum line of credit of $4,500. So that's really good anyway. Okay. And so with Tally, you don't have to be to have an account with them. You just have to have a minimum FICO score of 500, and in some cases they will approve you for 520. So if you're looking for a personal line of credit same day approval, you will love Tally. But remember, the maximum loan approval here is $4,500, and it's a great revolving line of credit. You can use it for all kinds of purposes. Not a problem. Tally does not actually impose any restrictions. Once they qualify you, they will actually make the funds available to you within 24 to 48 hours. So that's really great. We love that a lot. Number two, you have Elastic. Elastic is another player when it comes to a non-bank personal line of credit. And here also you can qualify for a maximum line of credit for $4,500. That's really fantastic. And you can use the cash for unexpected expenses as soon as tomorrow, so that they will actually release the funds within 24 hours. That's really fantastic. Okay, so we love that a lot. And one thing I want to say here is that now with Elastic, there is a fee of $5 all the way to $350 that really could apply, depending upon the specifics of your loan or line of credit. Okay, and you can get your cash as soon as tomorrow. That's really fantastic. You get funded within 24 to 48 hours. That's really good. What we love about Elastic is that besides giving you a personal line of credit, you also have the ability to sign up for additional services if you want it. So they have something called a Credit Score Plus, and you also have a budgeting tool, and you also have what they call Financial U. So Financial U, think of it as a database, as a repository for financial university courses. So you can access videos that cover the basics of savings, debt, and budgeting. So that's really cool, especially if you are thinking about buttressing your finances over the long run. Next, you have Upgrade. And Upgrade is pretty known for credit cards, but also personal loans. But they also actually offer a personal line of credit same day approval. In other words, with Upgrade, you have the possibility to have a credit lines from $500 to $25,000. In other words, the limit that you get on your credit card, you can convert that into a personal line of credit. You can get the cash, the cash, you can use the cash. Okay, so think about the Upgrade as the flexibility of a credit card with the predictability of a personal loan. That's how they actually market themselves. And you are looking at $500 all the way to $25,000. So that's really good. So if you're looking for a personal line of credit same day from a non-bank or a non-credit union, you might want to think about Upgrade in that sense, because Upgrade is a fintech really. And of course they are associated with a bank, but they're not a bank per se. One thing for sure, if you actually get a credit card or you get a loan from Upgrade, they'll look at your overall their overall exposure vis-a-vis you before actually qualifying you for this personal line of credit. So now I want to talk to you about the bank personal lines of credit same day approval. Okay, first we have PNC. PNC is a great lender when it comes to same day approval, especially if you have been with them for at least 6 months. If you have an account with them, you got to be a checking account holder or savings account holder, and you got to be with them for at least 6 months for them to qualify you on the same day. So they will release the funds on the same day. So they give you a line of credit offering a flexible borrowing option with no collateral required. So this is unsecured. This is really cool. If you have more questions, it's better to contact 1-877-225-5762. Okay. And but the good thing is you can use the cash for all kinds of situations, for unexpected expenses, to finance a large purchase, for instance, to consolidate debt for home improvements, for vacations and traveling, and that's really good. But PNC is not really a generous when it comes to their personal line of credit because they actually max you out at the $25,000. But hey, listen, it's still good anyway. So you have lines between $1,000 and $25,000, unsecured, of course. Next, when we talk about personal line of credit, same day approval, you have a U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank is another player. And again, now I'm talking to you about the bank lines of credit. U.S. Bank is really great because you have the ability to actually qualify for a maximum of $25,000. And you got to have a FICO score that goes from 600 to 680. And you got to be a client of U.S. Banks for at least 3 months to qualify for this line of credit. So the maximum here, you are looking at $25,000, and you have an APR that's as low as a 1250. They will actually will release the funds on the same day, and so the minimum for the APR is 1250, but the maximum is 2250%. Okay, we are looking at APR here, and you will pay the same APR for advances, balance transfers, and purchases. And that's really good. Now, if you want to have the lowest APR, you got to have a really huge credit score, like a credit score above 800, for instance. But the cool thing about U.S. Bank is that they're very flexible. This is a large bank. If you have any question, contact them, 1-800-491-3150. 1-800-491-3150. They'll take care of you, not a problem. Next, I want you to consider Truist Bank. Truist Bank is another biggie when it comes to mid-tier banks. And you are looking at a personal line of credit, same day approval that goes from $5,000 all the way to $100,000. They want you to be a customer for at least 6 months before you can qualify for this line of credit. And there is no application fee, no cash advance fee, and you have variable rates. They are as low as 13.69%. Now, Truist is a little more expensive in terms of its APR, but hey, listen, it is what it is. But the cool thing is Truist is very flexible. You have a personal line of credit. You can use the cash for everything, for anything you want. They also have something called a Truist Ready Now credit line, which is kind of similar to an overdraft line of credit. So you can use the cash for overdraft or unforeseen expenses. And so you are looking at lines that range from $300 all the way to $7,500. There are no transfer fees, and this line is available to clients with a Truist checking account. Of course, you also have the ability to have a secured line of credit. So a secure line of credit, you have lines starting at $25,000. They also have, by the way, a physician line of credit. So this is more niche oriented. Next, you have KeyBank. So when you think about a personal line of credit, same day approval, you got to think about KeyBank. You got to really give KeyBank a chance. And what we love about KeyBank is that you have the ability to actually get a bank to really finance your personal line of credit, same day approval. And this is really, really cool. And what we love about KeyBank here is that you have the ability to get your cash a lot faster. That's really fantastic. Let me break it down for you. When we think about KeyBank, we would think about flexibility. We think about flexibility, of course. We think about convenience too. Now, the loan amounts here, you are looking at $2,000 to $25,000. All those big banks, they don't go above $50,000, $25,000. And so this is really good. The APR is kind of decent too. You are looking at the 13% to start with. But when you think about KeyBank, of course, you are speaking about a geo-restricted bank, because KeyBank is a mid-tier bank such as PNC, Truist, BMO, and Fifth Third Bank. They're not a national bank such as Wells Fargo, Chase, or Bank of America. Okay, so with KeyBank, you got to be actually in the following states. So you have Arkansas, Colorado, Connecticut, Idaho, Indiana, Massachusetts, Maine, Michigan, New York, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Utah, Vermont, or Washington State. Okay, so those are states that you have to be in to actually qualify. Next, you have Regions Bank. So Regions Bank is another wonderful bank when it comes to personal line of credit, same day approval. And you are looking at a maximum loan amount here of $50,000. Regions actually goes a little more above all the other players that stop at $25,000. So Regions goes to $50,000. So they call it a preferred line of credit. So if you want to have a same day approval, you have to look for the preferred line of credit. It's better to contact Regions on the phone or go to a branch to actually increase your chances of qualifying for this loan. In terms of the phone number here, you have 1-888-462-7627. 1-888-462-7627. And this is really cool. And you have, the cool thing is this is an unsecured loan, no collateral required, variable rates, variable interest rates. You are able to finance large projects. So that's really good in terms of the flexibility. And Regions wants you to have a FICO score minimum of 600 to qualify for this loan. So this is really cool. And you have the ability to actually increase your line of credit with a good relationship with Regions. You can increase the rate to the amount to $100,000 over time, of course. Next, I want to talk to you now about the credit union personal lines of credit. So I'll talk to you about the non-bank lines of credit. Talk about the bank lines of credit. Now I want to talk to you about credit unions personal lines of credit and same day approval. Okay. And we have a Connexus. That's the first credit union that we love a lot. And they will approve you. Basically, they have what they call flex line of credit amounts. And the flex line of credit amounts range from $3,000 all the way to $15,000. And then you have the Flex Plus line of credit amounts that range from $5,000 all the way to $25,000. And so the thing is that you have low payments. So minimum payments are 2% of the balance. No collateral required. You can feel safe about your borrowing. No annual fees. And you have a bi-weekly payment option available if that's really convenient for your cash inflows and cash outflows. So that's really good. And so Connexus is really flexible also. They have great customer service. They'll take care of your application real fast, and they will release the funds within 1 to 2 days after you actually go through the underwriting process, of course. You also have Unify. So when you think about personal line of credit, same day approval from a credit union, Unify is a fantastic option. Basically, Unify will grant you a maximum of $50,000, and at Unify they call it a signature line of credit. So you are able to take care of repairs, cash shortfalls, or any unexpected expenses with a revolving line of credit. And signature line of credit limits of $1,500 all the way to $50,000. You can use the cash for overdraft protection also. That's not a problem. Variable rate line of credit is possible here. You can take advantage of a 0.25% discount for automatic payments from a Unify share account. So that's really fantastic. So we love that aspect of things a lot. And so you are able to, so 50,000, that's the maximum. If you have any question, it's just better to contact Unify directly and ask all kinds of questions. And again, their customer service is just really, really fantastic. So we love that aspect of things a lot from Unify. Next, you have Credit Human Credit Union. And Credit Human Credit Union is a great personal line of credit, same day approval from a credit union. And what we love about this credit union is that you basically have the ability to actually borrow a maximum of $50,000. Okay, so basically you can use the cash for all kinds of stuff. You have a low monthly payment, overdraft protection option available, and you can access credit by debit card, online banking, phone, or by writing a check. You can borrow anytime up to your pre-approved limits. Okay, and that's really good. We love that a lot. And in terms of the APR is kind of decent. They're kind of decent too. You're looking at line of credit non-overdraft 11.99%, and line of credit with overdraft same APR. But maximum here is $50,000. So this is really interesting. Now, if you don't like the lines of credit, you can go with the loans. You know, they actually have all kinds of loans. By the way, they have a signature loan. Okay, and signature loan actually goes all the way to $50,000. So this is kind of cool. And one thing I want to say is that when you think about Unify, I want you to think about flexibility. Next credit union I want you to really think about is NASAFED. So NASAFED is great for a personal line of credit, same day approval, and you are looking at maximum $30,000. And NASDAQ actually is great in the sense that they allow you to pre-qualify your line of credit application, so you can check your rate on a personal loan or a personal line of credit from NASDAQ and see how much you can qualify for. And so in terms of line of credit, they call it cash line of credit. So this is no collateral required, low minimum payments, and amounts available up to $30,000. Okay, so that's really good in terms of flexibility, monetary flexibility, cash flow flexibility. That's really fantastic. If you have any question, contact NASDAQ right now at 1-888-627-2328, 1-888-627-2328, and have more. You can ask more questions about their products and services, including their lines of credit, but also their personal loans also. Next, when we talk about personal lines of credit, same day approval from credit unions, I want you to think about Blaze Credit Union. This is a fantastic credit union, so you are able to get your cash a lot faster. And when we talk about Blaze, we talk about a credit union that actually is, their APR is not really that much. I mean, it's not really that decent because you're looking at 11.90%. By the way, Blaze used to be called Highway Credit Union. They rebranded, and so now it's a Blaze, and they are giving you like a 11.9% in terms of line of credit amount. Maximum is $50,000. Okay. They want you to have a FICO score of 600 to actually qualify, and you are able to actually qualify. Once you actually get approved, you get your cash within 24 to 48 hours. So they are really fast in releasing the funds. The last credit union I want to share with you today when it comes to personal line of credit, same day approval, is First Tech. And First Tech actually gives you instant access to the cash you need, and but their APR is really high. I mean, First Tech is giving you 14% minimum APR, and so you are able to and their line of credit is not really that high. They're not really that generous. Maximum APR here, maximum line of credit amount, $25,000. Okay, but hey, listen, it is what it is, really, when you think about it. So you can actually qualify for a maximum of $25,000 with an APR that starts at 14%. If you don't like it for a reason, if you don't like the personal line of credit, you actually can go into other forms of funding through First Tech. You can get a stock secured line of credit. You can get a certificate secure loan. You can get a savings secure loan. You can get a personal line of credit. You can get a personal loan, by the way. Personal loan, they actually will increase the maximum to $50,000. So they from $25,000 they go to $50,000. So that's encouraging when you think about it. For the savings secure loan, they'll go very high because this is a collateralized loan by definition. So First Tech ain't losing anything here. So that's why they are giving you a large delta from $500 all the way to $500,000. So that's pretty interesting. So what's the recap here? So in today's conversation, I spoke to you about personal lines of credit, same day approval from all kinds of lenders. And so I first talked to you about the non-bank personal lines of credit. So you have Tally, you have Elastic, and you have Upgrade. And then we have the bank personal lines of credit. We have PNC, we have US Bank, we have Truist Bank, we have Key Bank, we have Regions Bank. And now I'm talking to you about the credit union personal lines of credit. And then in that category, we have Connexus, Unify, we have Credit Human Credit Union, we have also NASDAQ, Blaze, and now, last but not the least, we have First Tech. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.